right, time to put in the new stereo. It's a lot of wires. Good thing I got this. That'll take care of it. I have this out in 5 minutes. Alright, time to get the wires out. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing, man? Put the saw down. What do you mean, what am I doing with this? It's how you get the wires out. Clearly you don't know what the heck you're doing. Dude, I got this under control, alright? You're an absolute moron. I don't know what to tell you. You do know there's a better way to do this, right? What do you mean there's a different way to do this? That's been the wrong way since the beginning of time, okay? Stop messing up factory wire harnesses. I mean, I don't know. I think this would work great. Tell you what, you go lay down somewhere and I'll take care of this, because we can't have more people like you out tearing up factory harnesses. All right, dude, whatever. Do it your way. I'm just saying, this way has worked forever, man. It's how I've always done it. Yeah. Just get the hell out of the truck. So this project kind of got tossed on me last minute, but that's okay. This is a fun project. I like doing these. So now that the old hacksaw and the moron have been situated somewhere else, let's go ahead and dive into this. So anybody that goes out and buys new stereos, most people will just go in there and start hacking wires out. And I'm here to tell you, please stop. Please, for the love of God, stop. Okay? There's a kit that you can buy. If you already know about this, that's cool. You're one of the few. I like you. You're saving wires. But if you don't know, jump on anywhere. Amazon, Walmart, Target, anybody. They all sell these kits. What they are, it's right here. It's a complete car stereo installation kit. These are specifically designed for your vehicle. And not only do they come with the plastic pieces that mount it, this is the single DIN. You can get them double DIN, all that kind of good stuff. So if your vehicle is on their list, you can definitely get these. But this isn't the part that I'm really worried about. It's this. So when you buy a stereo, you get this little pigtail that plugs into the back of the radio, right? And most people, they'll just come in, they'll just start cutting these wires out of the car and then twisting them together, calling it done. That's where this comes in, right? So this end will plug into your factory wire harness. And then these get wired into this. Super simple, right? New stereo, wires in here, magic happens, and you got a whole new harness, right? No more destroying factory stereo wiring systems. I've seen it way too many times. You go out and you buy a car, it's already got a radio in it. So in your head, you're like, cool, let me replace that. Then you find out that they hardwired it in. Not cool at all. So by doing this, if for some reason you want, you can unplug it, take your radio out, put the factory radio back in when you sell it, or whatever reason. But the harness that's in the car is still intact. It's super easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and set everything up, get a time lapse going, and show you how we do it. I've got both the list that comes with the wire harness and the book that came with the stereo to make sure that all our wires correspond correctly with this. If we have to make any changes, most of the time you won't, but make sure you do that. So check your installation manual on your radio, check the wire harness on this. This truck that it's going in is actually, it's not this truck. It's a buddy of mine, same one that had the side-by-side. It's his son's truck. But the good thing is this one's an 05 and his is an 04. So I've already done this once before with this kind of vehicle, so I can test it out when I'm finished just to make sure everything's good and nothing's changed. This truck, and I believe his truck, they don't have the factory like amplifier stereo. If you do have that, you just got to check your wires here to make sure that you do connect the correct wire to the stereo, because what will happen is if you don't, it won't turn on the factory amplifier, so your speakers won't work. So if you do all this and you still don't get any sound, make sure you check. If you have a factory like premium sound system, most of the time was what they call it. I think Infinity was in these. If you don't have any sound, make sure you check that wire so that it's sending power to the factory amplifier. But like I said, this truck and his truck, they don't have that. So this is going to be super easy. So let's dive into it, show you how to do it. So I want to show you this kit. It actually comes with everything. So you've got all your terminal connections, butt connections. I'm not going to use any of these because these are just standard butt connections. I am going to use my other ones that I got from Harbor Freight that are the heat shrink. So that's always good. This also comes with the adapter for the antenna, because for whatever reason Chrysler uses this weird style antenna. So that's in there. And so not only can you get these kits for doing the car stereos, you can actually get it for factory speakers, which I did have to get for this truck because those speakers are gone. But when you put new speakers in, you don't have to cut the wires in the doors to get the speakers to work. This one here is specifically designed, you can't really read that. It's specifically designed for that vehicle. So you got your factory harness clips right there that go into the wire harness, and then you got little slide-on connections that go on the speakers. So you can literally get adapters for everything, so you don't need to cut any wiring out of your vehicle. It's amazing, right? All right, let's get back into this. Harness is complete. Everything's in there. Gets a little tight right around the middle. You can probably fix that if you want just a little bit bigger piece of the wrapping, but this works fine. Everything's covered. Everything's in there. You'll notice that some of the wires I didn't use. So this radio must not have the illumination function when you turn on your lights that they dim down. The factory harness does have that. So if you ever get a new radio or something, you can just wire into that. The other ones that I left out on the stereo side is the remote turn on for the power antenna or a car amplifier. So we'll leave that out because right now I don't believe he has a stereo in it, but if he ever does, you just pull this wire out, wire it into your power amp, and you're good to go. So other than that, everything looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and take my stereo out, and then we'll go ahead and put this one in and see how good it works. Unfortunately, I've only got one speaker in the truck right now, so we're just gonna have to hope that every other one works. But the big thing is make sure it turns off and on and everything's good and it doesn't smoke check it. So let's hop in here, let's get the stereo out, plug this one in, see how it turns on. All right, so I've already done a stereo in this, so I know what I'm doing here to an extent. So on the 0405 Dodges, and your car is going to be a lot different on how all this works, but on these you just grab and start pulling. It's not pretty, but it's just clips, and most interiors they have that. It's just clips to hold everything in. So we'll hang that down. I'm going to leave all the wires down here because I'm just focused on getting this guy out and putting the other one in. So we'll get a Phillips head screwdriver and get that stereo out. So these installation kits with the plastic and the wiring, depends on per vehicle, but I can tell you for the Dodge, I think this whole kit is like 30 or 40 bucks maybe. And I'm really digging these new stereos. They're so tiny. I mean, look how small it is. Since they don't have like CD players or anything anymore, it's just nothing to them. So I've already done the same kit for mine, as you can see here. The connections on the back of my stereo are different, but same concept. Run all your wires, you're good to go. And then here's that adapter I was talking about for the antenna. But yeah, most people, they'll take this right here, the main harness. People take this main harness and they'll just cut right through that and cut all that off, cut that plug off, and then wire in. That's the worst thing you could possibly do. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and plug this in. We'll plug it in here to the back of the radio. This one is an actual CD player, so it's a big boy. All right, see what happens. Well, something's making noise. Well, besides from the dinging, let me see if... There we go. We got noise, so that's a good thing. We'll just program all this and we'll shut the power off just to make sure it still has it. All right, we'll kill it. We'll wait a minute. Let the we'll let it do that, and then we'll power it back on and see if it's got the memory to save the radio stations. Yeah, we're good. See, was that so bad? Yeah, no, you were right, man. That's the right way to do it. I mean, obviously you know what you're doing. You know, I just kept screwing up harnesses, I guess, but you know, I'm glad you said something. I told you, doing it that way would be a heck of a lot easier. And you're not destroying the wire harness inside all the way. No, from now on, man, that's how I'm going to do it. That's the right way. I appreciate it. I'm just saying. Should have listened to me. I'll stop screwing up harnesses. Boy, that's a problem for all them other ones I did, though. Stop cutting up your factory harnesses. Do it this way. Save yourself and maybe a future buyer or a future project the trouble of screwing up a factory harness. Go out, get you one of these kits, put it in, call it done. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. You guys, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for what? Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you in the next video. What are you talking about? What are we on the internet? What's this thing right here, dude? Don't touch that.